Commander's log. I've been floating for hours. I'm running out of power for life support. I have no more fuel to initiate another wormhole jump. In order to activate my stealth mode, I had to sacrifice the last bit of power I was going to have to make it back to the Alliance. I've powered up my distress beacon, but I have no way of knowing if anyone has found it. It's getting harder to stay awake. Perhaps it's best. I'm going to try and sleep, maybe use less oxygen. Hang on just long enough for someone to rescue me. Let's hope. Well, not for my sake, but for the sake of the Alliance. If I don't deliver this important information, the Alliance could fall. Well, I guess that's one thing I can say. If they do find me, even if I'm dead, they'll still have the data they need. Still, it would be nice if I didn't have to die. Commander out.
At the coming of the Second World War, Europe was thrown into chaos. Refugee trails sprung up like lawsuits to extend viewing fees. These poor bastards, homeless and running for their very lives, found their way to a small oasis in the middle of the desert called Casablanca. But because this is a War Dog satire, we're calling it Casa Barca. Get it? Barca? Dogs? Anyway, these refugees made their way from Casablanca to Lisbon, then on to England, and finally off to America. Casablanca being a colony of France, and France having bravely dropped their weapons and surrendered like the cowards they are, let Germany walk all over them. So while Casablanca was part of Free France, the Frenchmen in control of the city still bent over and took it up the rear like the very good little Frenchmen they are. But of course, if you hadn't gone to public school, you'd have known all of this. Meanwhile, War Dogs fans waited for new episodes. And they waited. 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 They waited. They waited.
Good evening, Brick.
Hello, Frog.
I want to tell you that you are going to have a very important guest in your establishment tonight. Major Strasshole of the Third Reich.
Third. What happened to 1 and 2?
I don't know. Public school and all.
Well, no matter. Current affairs spark no interest to me. I'm a saloon owner. That's it.
Yes, but don't you want to know why he's coming here tonight?
Not really.
Well, since I'm an arrogant Frenchman and don't care what you think, I'm going to tell you anyway. Major Strasshole is here to watch my men arrest the man who shot and killed the 2 German couriers in the train the other day. Oh, so you do have an interest in current events, huh?
It's hard not to know about that. You rounded up half my saloon last night looking for the killer.
Yes, we'll round up the usual suspects and all. Listen, Brick. This man is going to try and sell something those couriers were carrying. He's going to try and sell them to a man named Vincent Glasgow.
Glasgow, huh?
Why, Brick, I've never seen you so impressed.
Well, Glasgow succeeded in impressing half the world, while successfully pissing off the other half. So, what's this got to do with me?
Well, if the man manages to sell the item to Glasgow, there will be hell to pay. And while you've always been the brooding prick, I think deep inside you beats the heart of a true romantic. So if you were to help Mr. Glasgow secure the item, I am afraid I would be forced to take you into the back of your saloon and aimlessly violate you. Not that I am gay or anything. I'm not. You know my rule. As long as you're giving it, you're not gay. But you know, you do have some very nice eyelashes. I think if you wanted to give it to me, I would make an exception just this once. As long as we understand that we are just friends after all, huh? I mean, we are in the middle of a desert. A man has needs. And while there are many beautiful women looking to give away anything they have, including their unviolated cooters, a man likes to be held by another man from time to time. It doesn't mean you are gay, of course.
I pull my dick out for no man.
Right, of course, just making sure. Anyway, Mr. Glasgow will be looking to buy 2 of the same item.
He'll take one.
Oh, I think not. He's traveling with a really hot chick. One that makes my balls wet thinking of her. He will want to buy 1 for her.
He'll still take one.
Well, no. I've seen this babe. She has tits the size of a medium-sized domesticated animal.
Look, you cowardly Frenchman. I'm not gonna help this Glasgow find this item. And I'm definitely not gonna play hide the baloney in your ass.
Well, if you were to change your mind, you know where to find me. Well, I'm off to stick my dick into some poor virginal Yugoslavian who is willing to betray her marital vows in the hopes of making it to America. Nice.